So last weekend, I flew out to Dallas, Texas to attend Windup Watch Fair, and all I can tell you is this. For those of you who say the watch industry is dying, I respectfully disagree. This show was absolutely crazy, and to say that Texas showed up would be a massive understatement. For most of the day, there was a line literally from the street all the way to the building due to the fact that the building's occupancy limit had been exceeded, meaning that someone would literally have to exit the building before someone would be able to enter. Talking with some of the attendees in line, some of them waited more than 1 hour just to get in. Lucky for me, Windup hooked me up with a press pass, and thankfully I got to skip that line, so thank you, Windup. Much appreciated. Stopping in at the Oris booth, I had a chance to speak with VJ, whom I did not know at the time, but he is the CEO of Oris America.
Hello, everybody. I'm VJ Geronimo with Oris Watches. We're here at Windup in Dallas, Texas for the first time. We have some exciting things to show, some new releases that we've had. For those of you not familiar, this is our 60th anniversary Diver 65. This will be the last release of our Diver 65. Just came out a couple weeks ago. As we know, beautiful retro numbers on it, so bringing this one back in. So it's a great piece. It comes with both the bracelet and a leather strap. It is $2,500 retail, and we have them here at Windup.
And you used to have that available in bronze, right?
There's a 65 over there that's in bronze. This is the sepia model. This is available as a Diver 65 in bronze as well. This also comes in a full bronze bracelet.
Beautiful.
Some other exciting pieces which people may not have seen. These are the Diver Date models. So available in 3 colors. It's also the watch I'm wearing in blue.
How's it look on the wrist?
So that's it on the tropical rubber strap. Right?
Nice.
So this is in blue, it's in sand, and it's in black. This is our Diver 65 chronograph. So this is a retro chrono, available also in both leather strap and in bracelet. So we have both versions here. Another piece which you don't really see, this is the Holstein edition from earlier this year. That's usually an edition that's saved for Oris channels of distribution like our eShop or our boutiques worldwide. But this is a piece we have here, so pretty special. We don't really see too many of those. If you haven't seen Miss Piggy here, it just came out in January. Obviously Kermit came out a couple years ago, so really popular models, but everybody's loving the Miss Piggy. A little different than Kermit in steel, brushed, polished steel here as opposed to titanium. So really, really neat piece, obviously fun piece as well. Cool hot pink color. And then also on the back, Miss Piggy's in the rotor there, if you can kind of see. Obviously a fun feature of that watch. So that's it.
Awesome. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us.
You're welcome.
We appreciate it. One of the micro brands I was most excited to see was Brew.
Good morning. So some of the watches that we have here at Dallas, this is the Brew table. Just to give you a quick rundown, we have our new Super Metrics here. This is a direct evolution to the metric line. This is our blue colorway. We have our burnt orange here on my left side. Nice on display for our new rubber straps. We have our regular metric. You keep moving this way, we have our retrographs, we have our cobalt colorway, our espresso, our technicolor, our loom. Back here we have our best sellers. These are our metric retro and the golden black. We have a crimson slate version of the retrograph back here. Nice monochromatic look to it with the one subdial. We have a special piece here, which is a collaboration with Worn & Wound. Going to be more details on the website for this one. And then here on this side, lastly, we have our star metric, and then we have our titanium metric as well.
Well, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it.
Pleasure's all mine.
And yes, I have already signed up, and I am ready. The second the Worn & Wound edition releases, I am going to be all over it. I did have the opportunity to briefly meet John, the founder and the designer of Brew, and he was gracious enough to hook me up with his personal email, so I am going to reach out, and hopefully soon I can cover Brew here on the channel. One of the coolest things about attending an event like this is absolutely the people. I took some time to walk around, do a wrist check on some people, and got to see some really cool watches. Watches from big brands like Omega and Rolex to small micro brands like Furlan Mari. I saw quite a few Brew watches and a ton of Christopher Ward. I even had some good conversation. What you got on?
So Armani today.
What you got on?
HS.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
Thanks.
Nice.
Christopher Ward.
Man, Christopher, everybody's got Christopher Ward on.
Timex Q GMT quartz on the wrist. Hoping to find something nice today, though.
Is there a favorite brand that you're hoping to see?
Hoping to take a look at some Christopher Ward, some Jack Mason, get that Texas going. And yeah, those two. Oris as well.
Okay, cool.
Definitely happy to see something from them.
Nice to meet you, Leon.
Nice to meet you.
What do you got on the wrist?
I got the Formex. So I got it about maybe a year ago or
That's
so.
a great watch, man.
It's currently my probably most worn. Super comfortable, and love the folks behind the brand, and that's kind of why I'm here. As well.
I was just about to ask who you were here to see. Is there anybody outside of Formex that you're excited to see?
Dufresne, Jack Mason, Oris, Christopher Ward, of course.
Of course, yeah.
I mean, everyone really. And
all right, well, cool. What do you got in the case?
I brought a little bit of some of the folks that are here. They're not here, obviously. But so the Pizza Party, Dufresne, Citizen Serato, and Precitus, I think that's how you say it. So I'm here to see them as well. I think it's the first time I've heard of them being at a show.
Right.
So pretty excited to see what else they have in store,
All right, well, cool. Well, thank you for stopping and taking a minute to talk with me.
Thank you.
Nice collection.
Race Time Poppy on Instagram. Follow me.
You got it. All right, cool. What's your name?
Chris.
All right, what do you got on your wrist, Chris?
Holton Ridges,
Nice.
Raw Ornament, and then the Oris Social Club.
Oh, that's really nice, yeah. And who'd you come to the show to see?
Everyone.
Did you have a favorite?
Chris Ward, Oris, Dufresne. I don't know, there's all kinds of...
Is there somebody that was never been to town before? It's the first time you've seen their watches, and were you impressed or not impressed?
I've seen most of them. I can't think of anyone I haven't seen.
How about Brew? Have you seen Brew before?
Yeah, I've seen Brew.
Okay.
Yeah, because I've traveled to other shows, wind-up shows and stuff like that, so I've seen a lot of these guys.
All right, well, so no one particular was the absolute of the show.
I'd say actually, I don't want to butcher their name, but Horage or something like that. They have one of their watches that you can adjust the time like electronically, but it's a mechanical watch. I thought that was really neat.
All right, cool. All right, well, thanks for taking a minute to talk with us, man.
Yeah,
Appreciate
man.
it.
Thank you. To Wiz 512, Red Bar ATX.
You got it. I'll leave it in.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
All right, bye. What's your name?
Seth.
What you got on?
Right now I have on Mahan Jones. So.
And who are you guys coming to the show to see?
Just everyone really.
You don't have a favorite?
Jack Mason, pretty good. Yeah.
Jack Mason?
Yeah.
I'm excited to see Brew.
Brew, I was excited to see Brew too. All right, thanks guys. Stella was in the house, and if you watched the video I did on the Intersect show just a few weeks ago in Charlotte, you know that I had some sound issues when I covered Stella, so I picked up a new mic and I tried it again.
Hey James, it's Steve at Stella Watch Company. We're here in Dallas. We're a New York-based brand. We launched in March of 2020, so it's our 5-year anniversary. For our 5-year anniversary, we did a relaunch of our original Felix in a dark wash denim and a faded denim. It has our original case with our custom rotor and exhibition case back. Uses the STP 1-21 movement. Moving over to our Ellis GMT. It's named the Ellis, and it's a homage to the Statue of Liberty, Ellis Island. Uses the Salida SW330 movement. Moving to our Breslin three-hand in raspberry, blue, and silver. Etched case back with nice skyline of New York. Uses the Salida SW200 movement. Our newer releases in the new 2 colorways in the Breslin in Liberty Mint and Indigo Purple. All of our watches are sapphire crystal, stainless steel, Swiss made. Thanks for seeing us.
Thanks for having me, man. Appreciate it.
You bet it.
If you have not taken the time to check Stella out, you really should. There is a lot to like about this brand, and I am seriously rooting for them. If any of these watches caught your eye and you would like to see a dedicated video, let me know by commenting what model you would like to see, and I will try to make it happen. I stopped by the Zodiac booth and spoke with Ryan.
Hi everyone, I'm Ryan White. I'm the creative director for Zodiac brand, and we're here at Windup Dallas. This is the first Windup in Dallas. We're here with 40 other brands, and For Zodiac, we have this amazing collection of core products. We have our skin divers, our chronographs, the Seacrons, our pro divers, the Olympus Military. We have our stone dials, the lapis and the malachite, the 691 reference, all of our core compressions with all the beautiful color, the GMTs, our ceramics, and then new for the show this year is the skeleton. We absolutely love this watch. The whole dial is loom. It's got that exhibition case back.
What kind of movement's in there?
The movement in this is the STP 621. It's our own in-house movement, fully open worked dial, all loom details. We went with a plated movement. This is all DLC. The straps smell like vanilla. It's just beautiful. It's a lot of fun.
Now this is the bread and butter right here, right?
This is the bread and butter. So lots of color. All of this is from more or less our archives, and we modernized all the details, brought in a lot of this fun color. All the color is inspired by sea life and these adventures that we've been on and we aspire to be on. And then the stones, it's the first time we're introducing these stones. We have it in our archives, but these particular stones are new to us. And first time you're seeing that on a dive watch.
I love the chronograph.
Kind of reverse panda. Yep. This does really well for us.
All right, well, cool. Well, thank you very much for taking the time to talk with us.
Thanks a lot.
If you watched my last video in Charlotte, you know that my son James was handling the camera duties, but he was unable to come to Dallas with me, so I was forced to be my own cameraman. So I took to Amazon and rigged out my iPhone. Just check this thing out. I had the cage already, but I added a hard drive so I could record in a higher bit rate. I ordered a new battery pack, an ND filter, a tripod, a new mic setup, and somehow my son's footage still came out better than mine. But if you like the setup and you would like to build one of these for yourself, I have a new affiliate link, so I will link all of these products in the description. Moving on to one of the other brands I was super excited to see was Nivada Grenchen.
So welcome, we are at Nivada Grenchen booth. Today we are bringing some novelties that you will see very soon. We launch in 2 weeks the new Chronosport with blue dial that will be limited to 100 pieces. This is the next release after this one, 7750 movement that we launched last summer. That was a big hit for us with the very cool Paul Newman font on the dial with the Singer dial at 2000 USD. Then you will always have our classic, the Chronomaster, now coming with interchangeable bezel, so you can switch the bezel just like this. For example, if you want to put the red one up and still interchangeable like this at 2002. You also have our classic F77. This one coming in titanium with the grey dial at 1200. You also have the classic Super Antarctic 369 with the brown dial.
Nice.
Also coming with the black one at 950 USD with strap, so very affordable, Swiss made. You have the cool case back medallion, the penguin case back, just like the vintage ones. Then you have the Spider line with the very Art Deco indexes and dial, sector dial, and of course the Def Master, so that you show on your YouTube channel before. Beautiful. So this one very cool with the orange dial, 120 clicks, and the Pac-Man dial, so the more famous one. That was the first watch to be water resistant to 1000 meter back in the days. You have an escape valve on the side, and it's costing only 950 USD. The Aventurine dial of the F77 in steel, and the Mecha Quartz chronograph coming also with interchangeable bezel, so you can just switch with the fingers. And you have the bunch of other up like this.
Oh, beautiful.
So it's coming all together for 500 USD.
Cool. All right, well, thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much. See you later.
I got to speak with Venezianico.
Hi guys, it's great to see you. It's a pleasure to be here in Texas for the first Windup in Dallas. So today I want to show you Redentore Bella Notte, which is one of our most popular timepieces here in the US. It's very particular as the dial is made of 4 different layers. You see the aventurine, which is actually a Venetian glass that was invented in Murano in the 16th century. Then you have some other elements like brass, which is treated with the rhodium, and also mother of pearl. Altogether, you see this very particular design with off-center dial, which is one of our best sellers in the US. I hope you guys enjoy and hope to see you today. Bye, ciao.
Venezianico make some super cool watches. I swung by the Astor Banks booth, and while I was there, I learned about Solabs, and man, did it take me back to the 80s.
How you doing? My name is Andrew, founder of Astor Banks and co-founder of Solabs. I have 2 different brands. Over here, you'll find our latest release, which is the Sea Ranger M2 up here on the top. It's a kind of a dual compressor type of watch, but we use a LJP movement in it with an internal rotating bezel, but we do a 12-hour instead of a traditional dive watch. About 1,000 meter water resistance, comes with the bracelet and the strap. So this Sea Ranger line was part of where we use Swiss movements versus our Fortitude line down here where we use the Miyota movements. But all our watches on this side have soft iron plates for higher anti-magnetic ratings. Obviously different colors you can see, and we do hardening on the case as well, so better scratch resistance. Started the brand in 2012 and kind of been going ever since then. On this side over here, these are just prototypes of stuff we're working on that I'd like to bring to the show so people can kind of touch and feel, give us feedback on the watches that we're trying to work on. So that's been really, really good. This has been the most popular one. Right now it's called the R1, but everyone is gravitating towards that one, so it's been pretty cool to
what's
feedback.
powering it up?
It's a LJP movement in that one as well, soft iron plates. It's a 3-piece dial, so you got a sandwich dial, and then we did a date on the track on the inside versus doing a date window, and we'll have a couple of different finishes.
Price range?
It's going to be under 1,000.
Okay.
It'll come on an FCAM strap and a canvas. I got to tweak a couple of things, but this Cerakote and Desert Sand is for sure. We're going to do 100 pieces limited in this one. We're going to do another Cerakote color that's probably going to be white, but I don't have that one here yet. So.
Okay, cool.
Now, if I go on this side of the table, this is a project that started with a good friend of mine in the watch community in Chicago. It's called Solabs. Obviously, more design forward. Here, we just kind of wanted to play with shapes and colors, and inspired by 1980s and 90s colors, as well as clocks. Clocks in the 80s had really funky, weird shaped hands and different colors, and that's what we have here. And then we just came out with a clock, a desk clock, that kind of mimics the watches. So very limited production on this side, and it's just more experimental. It's just
That's very cool. What's the price range here?
So these are $12.95, Sellita SW220.
Okay.
And one of the cool things we did with this one that kind of makes the watch special, an SW220 traditionally is a day-day movement, but we took the date wheels, painted them with a color gradient, and this is strictly for fun. So you can see at the top there, as the month goes on, that's starting to get darker. So in the bottom, as the date goes, and now you see that white there. So you're going to get a slightly different color as the month goes on, and it's strictly just for visual pleasing there. We have custom rotors on all of them, yeah, the bracelet's 20 to 16. And all stainless steel, just different finishes and different colors.
All right, well, cool.
So that's the
all right,
story.
well, thank you for taking the time to talk to us.
Thank you very much, appreciate it.
Accutron had me literally wanting to pull out my credit card, and I am not even kidding. These watches are unbelievably cool.
What we're looking at here is an Accutron electrostatic timepiece. This happens to be one of our pieces that have this beautiful knurled guilloche style dial with the blued hands, the black polish anglage on there. Really beautiful timepiece. It's called the Evolution. It's on a blue American alligator, but this timepiece is special because it has no battery, it has no mainspring, but it has 296 parts, so very complicated mechanical. It's also accurate to within about 5 seconds a month. So it has a quartz timing package, but has, again, no battery. So the power is actually these 2 rotors. Every time those 2 rotors move, they create a lightning bolt that we harness, regulate, and use the power of the watch indefinitely.
And this has been going on since the 70s, right?
Well, this technology is new. It's about 4 years old, but we were born in 1960, and we had a world first technology then, which was actually the first fully electric wristwatch in the tuning fork watch, which if you go to our lounge, you're going to see working models, which is really cool. So that watch was designed to get us to the moon. This watch was designed to create renewable energy.
All right, cool. What else? You got anything else you want to show me?
So again, all these styles, these are, again, you talked about it. We were born in the 1960s in space. These are our astronauts. These watches were the watches that were on all 46 Apollo and Gemini missions. Were all powered in the dashboards with our timing devices. You'll also know that all the Apollo missions on the moon surface, on the lunar surface, the science packages had Accutron tuning forks in them. These are the watches that were given to those astronauts. So we remade them for today.
All right, well, cool. Thank
Yeah,
you for showing me.
it's my pleasure. Thanks for coming by.
A few other brands that deserve a mention that were there are Studio Underdog, which we all know makes some really cool watches. Artifact. I really dig what Brandon over at Artifact has going on. Baltic. In fact, Remy from Baltic was the first person I saw when I walked into the building. The reason I did not cover these brands is because I just covered them in a video literally 2 weeks ago and didn't want this video to be 2 hours long. But if you would like to see them, I will link that video in the end of this one. I did get to check out a few watches from Meister Singer, and I believe it is called Mule Glasuta.
Hi, my name is Demir Armstrong, and I am with the Meister Singer, one of the most fascinating brands that we have actually here. This particular brand started from 2001, has expanded worldwide, and it is the most recognizable for the one-hand watches. We are the luxury brand with the one-hand watches. And historically, if you would like to know, yes, all the clocks used to be one hand up to the 16th century, then they introduced with the two hands. So how do you read the time? Feel free to go to meistersinger.com and you will be able to find out. We have several wonderful models that have been released during the years, very unique ones. One of the most unique is our limited edition Benjamin Franklin. Benjamin Franklin edition is the 70 pieces. It was the original idea of our founding father, Benjamin Franklin, and that was developed also through the French mathematician. And it is in actuality 4-hour clock. One of the most important pieces that we also have is the lunoscope or stratoscopes with the largest moon that you can find on the market. Meister Singer is one of the brands that has the more awards than probably any other company in the art and design. Thank you very much.
My name's Adam, and I am with Mule Glasuta, which is one of the oldest continuous German watch companies from the city of Glasuta. The family is still involved. They're the owners of the company. They're now in their 6th generation. They used to make parts for some of the other Glasuta-based companies and instruments during World War II. After the war, they got nationalized by the East Germans and then by the Russians. So they were unable to produce the kind of product they have now. But as soon as the wall came down, they started doing complete watches, and we've been selling them ever since. And here we have the watch collection. As you can see, there's about 4 different basic styles of collections. On camera right now are the tool watches, which are known as the search and rescue. And what's special about them is that they're actually designed by the people who wear them professionally. So the main SAR watch was actually designed by the people who do the search and rescue programs. We have models called the Lunova, the Panova, and the Sportivo, as well as the 29er, which is what I wear. Hope to see you guys soon.
Thank you, appreciate it. For those of you who do not know, Christopher Ward only has one showroom in the United States, and it is 20 minutes outside of Dallas. Michael Pearson from Christopher Ward was kind enough to invite me to check out the showroom on Friday, the night before the show, and I did so. Remember when I said my son was a better cameraman than me? Well, I didn't realize it until I got back to Florida that half of the footage that I shot was not very good, and the other half didn't even exist because I wasn't recording when I thought I was. The worst part is I didn't even cover Christopher Ward at Windup because I thought I had what I needed from the night before. So I guess when it comes down to it, you win some and you lose some, but at least I got some B-roll. One more thing. I am sure you know this guy. This is Ben from Ben's Watches. I had the opportunity to talk with Ben recently, and he told me to hit him up on Instagram, and he would for sure get back to me. The problem is that I have like 12 followers on Instagram, and I was a little embarrassed to even reach out to him because of that. But I left my comfort zone. I did it anyway, and crazy enough, he actually got right back to me. With that said, that experience did make me realize that I need to start working some of these other platforms. So if you follow the channel and you would like to help me out, please consider going over to Instagram and following me at Blue Collar Luxe. I would absolutely, truly appreciate it. Here's a brand worth checking out.
Hey guys, so we're Straum, based out of Oslo, Norway. This is Luxe and I'm Ace. And we'll show you some watches today. So we have our Jan Mayen collection. These are all inspired by a tiny remote volcanic island up in the Arctic Ocean. And so you have here the black beaches, volcanic beaches. Then we have a limited edition that we did, which is what you're seeing here is actual volcanic rock that we slice into super thin wafers and place inside the watch on top of a balloon back. Then we have the volcanic red limited that we did with Fratello 2 years ago. We have the moss green, the Arctic Ocean, and the glacial white. And then we have our glacial rift, which is like peering down into a deep crevasse. And just yesterday we launched our new collection, which is called the Strata, which is 4 new dials that are inspired by the landscape of Svalbard, another polar island. So you have here the Northern Lights, you have the Alpine Glow, which is the sunset shining on snow-clad mountains. You have the Meltwater Teal and the Tundra Brown.
Cool. All right, well, thanks for having us. Appreciate it, guys.
Okay, no lie, the volcanic dial was just badass. Now I want one of these also. I seriously have a problem. Overall, I would say that the show was an absolute win. There was a ton to see and even more that I didn't even get to cover, with brands like Trafford, Citizen, Frederic Constant, Bolova, Paulin, and many, many others. Windup has 3 more shows this year set up for San Francisco on May 2nd to the 4th, Chicago July 11th to the 13th, and New York City October 17th to the 19th. And if you are even close to any of these locations, I would highly recommend visiting the show. Just the fact that you are watching this video tells me there is no possible way that you will not have a great time. So that is going to wrap it up. Thank you to Windup for putting together such a great event. Thank you to you for taking the time to watch and support the channel. And if you are not subscribed, I hope you will please consider doing so. I'm James, this is Blue Collar Luxe, and I will see you in the next one.